If you are taking 2 or more medications, this message is for you. In the U.S. alone, 2 million people suffer adverse drug reactions every year. You can now protect yourself with a non-invasive test covered by Medicare and most PPOs. Pharmacogenetics. At no cost to you, we can ship the test kit to your doctor. A simple swab is all it takes. We test for drug-to-drug and drug-to-gene interactions. For more information, call 949-600-4155.
Welcome back. Today we have on Lab Genomics, and I'd like to welcome Domi Monk. Nice to see you here today.
Nice to see you.
And Sharika Benjamin. Nice to have you here today.
Thank you for having us.
So, first of all, what you're going to be talking about today is pharmacogenetics. Did I say that right?
Pharmacogenetics.
All right. So let's first talk about what that is, and who wants to speak first?
Pharmacogenetics is a test that will give you personalized medicine. It tests your genome, your DNA, and it's able to, with that information, you can take it to the doctor, or the doctor gets the report back, and he can customize your medications to suit you personally the best. So adjusting your dose or changing your meds and keeping you safe from.
So if you ever wondered if you were taking the right medications, you know, the goal of taking this test is basically to individualize your care personally.
Okay.
And it's basically preventative and predictive. So this is great lead for the doctor who is taking care of you therapeutically and taking control as a patient, knowing what kind of medications will be right for them.
I've heard of this before, and it's a fairly new, up and coming, maybe
Very
over the last
cutting edge.
2-3
Definitely,
years,
yes.
as a way to really individualize your care. Am I right?
Right. The American
Correct.
Medical Association is calling this the future of medicine right now.
75% of all people have genetic variants, and the medications right now are based on standard dosing, so they're pretty much for the 25%. But if you don't fall into that 25%, the medications aren't exactly right for you. So this will test you to see how they can tailor medicines. Maybe you need a higher dose of one medication or a lower dose of one. It'll tell you if a medication you're taking Mevacor right now, and the test comes back, and it's lowering your cholesterol, but the test comes back and tells you that Zocor would be better. So once you change to the Zocor,
you know what's able to break down for your body. You know,
right, and now your cholesterol goes way down to the levels you want to see them at. So if you have to take a pill, you like the pill to be the one that will work best for you.
Right, and it also gives you an incentive to even lower your salt intake, or even just get out and take a walk. You know.
Well, if the test comes back saying
your future wise, let's just, because we can't predict what's going to happen to us in the future, but say you might develop a heart complication problem, and you want to be preventative in that act and make sure you eat the proper foods, stay healthy, take a walk.
The test will tell you if your genetic profile is more likely to develop these diseases. So it'll say, you're more likely to develop high blood pressure, I'm more likely to develop heart disease. Knowing that, you can take action and do the things that you need to do, whether it's cutting your salt or getting a little more exercise or watching your weight. And some of us, we all want to go for a walk. Right. But sometimes we're not quite motivated. But just knowing you're at a higher risk than the general population, it's incentive to maybe go ahead and get you to take that walk before you have a problem, before you even have an issue.
I guess one of the questions that people are going to have is, you're going to be looking at their DNA. Obviously, there's going to be privacy issues on this. Who is going to look at this? Who is going to do the test?
Right.
Because people are sometimes worried this could be used against me if I'm perfectly healthy and I want to go get a different kind of medical insurance, and they're going to find out you have a propensity to have this and this and this.
That's kind of
scary. The DNA is collected in the doctor's office, so at your doctor's office, who already has your health information as it is. And just like a blood test or anything else, it then goes to the laboratory.
And we follow HIPAA regulations as well.
And the test goes back directly to the doctor's office.
And
so there nobody, and I've heard of companies that are pulling swabs from various locations, and it's not the proper thing. The
Okay.
doctor's office does the swab. You
Okay.
have to be a physician, and it goes directly to the lab, and the lab sends the report directly to the doctor's office via
All
email
clinical
or however so everything is in a clinical setting.
Okay, and you bring up a good point about your doctor. This all seems really great, but you have to have doctors and obviously hospitals and everyone else, the medical community, on board, not to just to take the tests correctly,
Right.
but for somebody who has an emergency, they go into the hospital, or even an EMT that comes by, to be able to pull your information so they know, well, wait a second, we normally give this medication at this dose. We can't do this here.
With our report, the last page of the report comes with a little card that you cut out.
Right.
And the patient can either laminate it or just carry it in their wallet with their medical
like
card.
an ID insurance
Okay.
card or ID.
Now you can take that first of all to your pharmacist as an extra layer of protection against getting it in meds that are gene to drug interactions,
Or the emergency room, for instance.
or if you're traveling, so that they know what genes and
It's a guidance. They
Okay.
just
it's a guidance
basically help.
and it's protective. So
It's
you will be
doctor-friendly.
just like you wear a seatbelt. It's just an extra layer of
Okay.
protection. We don't expect to get into an accident, but just in case.
So there are a lot of medical communities and hospitals and things that are already on board with this.
Yes.
Oh, definitely. The
Definitely.
Vanderbilt right now is actually ordering all this genetic profiling to all of their cardio patients.
as
Okay.
standard procedure.
Right,
But
and-
Scripps, Stanford, Cornell,
Right. They've
Harvard
implemented
all use this.
They've all implemented this test.
Now you're located in Fountain Valley.
That is correct. So we're local.
But people can get their tests through their doctor, right?
They
Right.
call us.
They ask. Oh, okay. They call you
They
first?
call,
Okay.
and we will
Number.
send a test directly to their doctor's office
Okay.
and
Yeah.
a test kit with all the information. Then after they've taken their test, it goes to the lab. The report will go back to the doctor in about a week,
Right.
and
It's
you
all
can schedule.
personalized.
You can schedule.
good.
They'll be able to review it with the patient, and they'll be able to go over their meds as well as they'll get their little card at the end to take to their pharmacy to take with them. It's very user friendly
this
for
covered?
doctors.
Oh, it's
By Medicare
absolutely-
and standard insurance, or-
absolutely 100% covered
Okay.
by Medicare and PPO's insurance right now.
Okay.
You
You're going
know.
to try and get it into HMOs as well?
Oh, definitely.
Because I could see in the long run, this could
Currently-
save the medical community.
Right,
Correct.
136 billion,
Yeah.
is being spent right now just on adverse reactions.
Every year.
Every year. So we want to prevent that, and we want to save lives, So at the same time, you're saving money and lives, and you're leading to the future with this new cutting edge technology.
Now, again, you're in Fountain Valley, but you mentioned if people travel, do you work with different types of labs throughout the country? How do what you do? How do you do that nationally, and maybe people going up to Canada or somewhere else?
We do it nationally, but again, the test comes back to our lab in Fountain Valley. It's
Okay.
FedExed overnight.
Okay.
It comes with the
Or-
FedEx
Or
package.
it could be in an EMR sent to a portal box, which is definitely secured.
Okay.
And the doctor can do a, electronic file transfer to their, electronic health records.
Much like your
Definitely, and
your
it's
medications, or you can
Correct.
get
Right,
any-
Correct.
right. And it's at instant. The doctor preferred
Very
their
good.
results to be stat, and they want it right away, and that's what we
Okay, so if someone's interested, the first step is to call this number.
definitely,
And then
949.
949-600-4155.
Right.
Correct.
And by the way, if you want to find out information, their website is VantageRxPgx.com. And from there, they can get the information from you, and I guess you take their information about their primary.
Right.
We take their information about their
We'll consult a little
their
bit.
primary
Okay.
doctor and let them know, that they're going to get, what they will get is a eligibility of benefit statement from the
Okay.
insurance after the test, but don't panic. It's not a bill. They just want you to know that the insurance has been billed for it.
Okay.
But the lab handles everything. You'll never get a bill from the lab.
Right.
So
Very
just
good.
to ease the mind of
Because
any
this
patient.
is a new transformation now, this, is taking its time. It's very new for the insurance company. It's very new to the patient and the doctors as well, because the doctors are specialized physicians who are basically only consistent with their routine. But if it's more of a comprehensive panel and then everybody can all stay on the same, roadmap guidance, sort of say, then we it works well. I mean, it's coming together and
It
we're
sounds like
saving
it.
lives. Yes.
Well, very good. It's been a pleasure meeting you both today. And again, if you are interested, their number is 949-600-4155. And from there, let them know. They can get your information, and then you go from there. And I think in the long run, this could be really a wonderful new system that helps everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Great to
Thank you
meet
very
you.
much.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your
Kim.
time.
All right,
Yes.
we'll be right back.
Thank you.
All right.
If you are taking 2 or more medications, this message is for you. In the U.S. alone, 2 million people suffer adverse drug reactions every year. You can now protect yourself with a non-invasive test covered by Medicare and most PPOs. Pharmacogenetics. At no cost to you, we can ship the test kit to your doctor. A simple swab is all it takes. We test for drug-to-drug and drug-to-gene interactions. For more information, call 949-600-4155.